Sandy Shore here aboard the Smooth Jazz Cruise 2013 West Coast. With me is co-host Boney James. Good morning.
Morning, Sandy.
How you doing today?
I'm admiring your cruisy look here.
Boney had a hat. I had to put the glasses on. We're having so much fun. It's only day 3, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea what day it is. That's the good thing about being on the boat. But yeah, it's really going well. Everybody seems so happy to be here, and so am I.
It's fun. I mean, what we're doing today is we're at sea, and it's the second sea day. We're heading to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and it's really nice because we can chill out for the first 2 days, you know? I mean, I know you're working and playing, but it's nice for the guests to just sort of get their sea legs, if you will, and mingle with the artists, and you've already done a show, haven't you?
Yeah, I played 2 shows on the opening night, so we had the big opening night number with all the artists, and then my 2 shows, and it was amazing, really, just the excitement of the people getting on the boat, and now I'm kind of, doing all kinds of little things here and there, and just looking for trouble to get into.
You're not looking too worse for the wear, I have to say. You look fresh, and
thank you.
Yeah, totally. I mean, by this point, people start to wear a little bit.
Oh, no. You know? I mean, it's all fun, we just did 3-hour autograph signing.
I saw that.
I mean, just now, and I mean, look, what a quality problem to have people,
Exactly.
telling you how much they love your music, right? Nothing to complain about there.
The greatest thing about smooth jazz audiences is the artist and the audience get to mingle together, and there's a mutual respect, and it's not, there's stanchions here, but it's not like the other world where you have to keep people away from you, and because they're respectful and they just want to say hi.
Yeah, well, the boat is like one big kind of backstage area in a way, so that's the great thing about being on the cruises, because, we're, like you said, we're all just mingling together. It's very communal, and the feeling of positive energy on these cruises is like something you don't get every day out there in the real world.
It truly is, and it's not just music. There's workshops. We did this one this morning for how to get online and find your music online. In fact, you're #1 this week on smoothjazz.com.
Oh, thank you very much.
For the beat, and we were bragging on you about that this morning, teaching people how to listen on their iPad and their iPhones. And there was a session yesterday with Candy Dulfer for women, and there's, I think, Alonzo Bowden's doing a cake decorating. So it's not just music all the time. A lot of music, but other stuff too.
I asked Candy Dulfer what they were going to talk about at their women's meeting, which she said it was classified.
Yes, it is. We'd have to kill you afterwards. Boney's new album is called The Beat, and it's not brand new. It's recent, and it's got the momentum as if it's brand new.
It's going really well. When I finished the record, I thought this felt like a really special record. I thought that I'd really sort of connected somehow with the music. Not that I don't love all my other records, but this one had a special energy to it, and luckily that seems to be resonating with the fans as well, because it's doing pretty darn good.
There's so many songs on it, and it has such a depth to it. You and I did the world premiere of that record, and I remembered I had just received it, because our world premieres are in advance of release. So I had just received it a couple days in advance, and I listened to it twice. And as I've been enjoying it over the months since the world premiere, it is so deep and it's so diverse, right? There's so many different textures to it.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, the whole idea of the beat was to mix up different kinds of rhythms and grooves, so what I really love. And so originally I was thinking Latin and R&B and try and do a mashup, but I noticed people have said over the course of listening to the record that it's not as up-tempo as you would think, and I thought, because there's beats in between the beats, and somebody said even the heartbeat is a kind of beat, so some of those songs are a little bit more emotional, so that kind of sums it all up.
I would say compelling is the word, and you have some vocalists on there that we play the hits, and we're playing the vocals as well. And talk a little bit about some of the special guests on the project.
Well, one of the big things is worked with one of my favorite R&B singers, Raheem Devon, who's his new record also just came out and it's a big smash. But this was like my biggest crossover hit I've had in years, and I was just so pleased to get him on there because I was a fan. We met on Twitter. Well, I wrote him a direct message and said, do you want to work together? And after I convinced him it was me, we hooked it up. And we've since played a bunch of shows together and did some television stuff together. So that's been really fun. And also Natalie Stewart, the flow assist, is on the record doing a spoken word, which is something I've never had on a CD before.
We played that one too.
Yeah, I love that song, The Midas.
The Midas, yeah. And Boney is one of the most active social networkers you'll find. That's why you came up in both of our meetings this week. You'll find him on Twitter and Facebook, and you like it, don't you? You enjoy it.
I do. It's just another way, like being on the boat, of feeling connected to the people that are interested in my music. So I'm also interested in my music and telling people about it. And it's just it's the new era. I mean, look, I certainly pale in comparison to some of the pop stars that are out there tweeting all day long. I mean, look, I will just kind of try and let people know what's happening and try and find something interesting to say whenever I can. But but it's a nice sense of connection.
It is, and it's immediate. And you always seem to have something cool to say, or you share things. And I love to follow you on Twitter.
Thank
you. Are you following me?
I am.
Okay.
I
have to check.
I better go check now too.
Yeah, quickly.
I don't really know. That's if I'm going to be honest, but I will now.
I think you are at smoothjazz.com. We'll have to see if the Sandy Shore Twitter has you. But also, this is Boney's first time co-hosting the cruise. How's that going? How's it working with Brian? Tell us the dish.
He's got such an attitude. No, of course, it's fantastic. You know, all the artists are really wonderful.
They are.
And it's sort of like music camp for us. You know, aside from the hanging out with the audience, it's just fun for us to all hang out together in a way that we don't usually get to, and different musical combinations and jam sessions. You know, yesterday we did the gospel brunch with Jonathan Butler, but the hosting is fun. I'm enjoying it. It's just nice to have your name at the top of the marquee.
Yeah.
And you know,
and Brian's a great guy.
Oh yeah,
and he's I'm sure fun to work with too.
He's awesome. He came on stage during my show, and we rarely get to do that. So to have trombone and Rick Braun at the same time, you know,
wow.
So it was a big brassy section on Grazing in the Grass.
I love it. Yeah, everybody gets to play together here on board. The artists are jamming, and the audiences are loving it. And we're just so happy to catch up with you. I know you probably like to go have some lunch right now. Take a little time to yourself.
It's all good.
We'll see you around the ship, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, ship to shore or something like that. Tomorrow's Puerto Vallarta. Thanks so much for tuning in to Smooth Travel by smoothjazz.com.